The playoffs are underway. Way up high goes the 9 of Noah Gragson.
Well, Gragson trying that outside lane. It might come in later, but it's not ready right now.
Christopher Bell right on the quarter panel of Austin Cindric through 3 and 4, and the caution comes out.
There's a car slow on the backstretch down low. I see the hood flap up. That tells me that pretty good chance it had gone around. Looks like something is broken. The tires are still inflated, but it's sparking like it's laying on the ground. No, it's sparking because the bumper is pushed onto the ground.
Good launch for the 20. C. Bell has that inside line, and he has easily taken the lead. 3 wide for third. And sideways was the 18 of Harrison Burton. Gets it pointed the right direction now as Noah Gragson has been able to get by in the 9. Here comes Chase Briscoe in the 98. He's going to make the move as well. Cole Custer in the 00 on the outside.
That's what I was talking about. These old tires drive to the bottom of the racetrack. You don't have the grip that you expected to have. You're actually better off in the outside lane on these starts with old tires.
Zane Smith in the 8s, working his way up. Also, we see the 23, John Hunter Nemechek. Just in front of him, the 7 of Justin Allgaier. Now, Cole Custer in the 00, trying to close that gap between the 00 and the 9 of Gragson. 3 wide again, and around goes the 74. Tyler Matthews brings out the 3rd caution.
Just loose into the corner. This is going to be a heavy impact. You see how much it shortens up the rear of that 74 car.
Yeah, it looked like the left rear may have been low. You can see the left rear kind of hanging out of the left rear quarter panel.
Michael Annett trying to get 6th now.
And behind him, that white car on the outside, that 19 car, Brandon Jones, he also pitted. He is now in the 10th spot.
Yeah, he was a little slow. I don't know if he just got bottled up on the restart, but still 3 laps to go. I think he could get these next 3 cars. I'm not sure Michael Annett's done either. I think now that they're spread out, he's going to attack Haley in the 11 and Cole Custer in the 00. Look at the acceleration difference. Michael Annett looks like he has more motor than everyone in the field.
Yeah, you may as well get all you can get right now. They're going to eat you up on this next restart. Just go get you some. Get as many points as you can.
I like this call by Travis Mack. How does Michael Annett get out of the first round? By doing something different, by being aggressive, by forcing other people to take the points back away.
Already able to get by Cole Custer. So now Annett all the way up into the 4th position. It's C. Bell, Cindric, Gragson, and Annett.
And Annett's not done. He sees his teammate Noah Gragson in the 9. He's only going to have 1 lap to do it as the 11 and the 00 figure it out. Here's Annett. The 9 goes low, a defensive line to kind of block, but the 1 should be able to accelerate off the corner easily inside his teammate.
Got right up to the back bumper of Gragson.
You can't race him like a teammate, Rick. You got to go in there and get the points.
He tries to the inside. It will be a stage win for Christopher Bell, and then the fight for 2nd. Stage 2 underway.
That was a great start by Brandon Jones on those little bit older tires.
How long will he hold up, though, as Austin Cindric all over the back bumper, and he'll try to take away the top spot as they exit 2.
I said he stayed out. I believe he came and got fuel, but he just didn't change tires. Good idea, because you have to be able to run. You want to match the fuel and everybody else, make some adjustments.
Now he drops back to 3rd as Christopher Bell able to get by him as well. Next will be that 00 of Cole Custer. Here comes Justin Allgaier in the 7.
Interested to see how good the 7 is when he starts from track position. He had to use so much car starting at the back to get into the top 10, Jeff. That has to wear out your tires and your brakes.
So Christopher Bell doing the same thing he did early in the race. Jumped on the outside of Austin Cindric. Battle for the lead, getting into turn 3.
Talked about just how good Christopher Bell is on short tracks. And once again, he's showing why. Able to pass Austin Cindric on the outside and takes the lead back.
Well, look at Custer roll on the outside of the 22. Oh, that's how you do it right there. Got on the outside and took away that exit speed.
Really said Cole Custer wasn't feeling very well, but I liked his car in practice today. I thought he had one of the best cars. There were times I thought he was better than Christopher Bell. Everybody talking about Christopher Bell having the best car, but I didn't see it that clearly. I thought Custer was every bit as good. We're up here watching lap times, and it's crazy how close lap times are. We can look at the 10th place car, ran a 98. The second place car ran a 72. 72 versus a 79, I'm sorry, not a 98. I mean, they're running really close to the same speed. So this pit stop that's coming up at the end of this stage is going to be huge to get your track position.
You mentioned Christopher Bell. I think the 00 maybe did make a little bit of a gain on the 20, but I also think the 20 drove the first 50 laps out his rearview mirror. He learned on those final restarts, I better save a little tire, right? Why do I need a 6 second? He got to a 6 second lead in the last stage. What good did it do him? In the end, you still have to hold off these guys on a restart.
And look at these lap times. John Hunter Nemechek back in 10th, second fastest lap time. Look at this.
Yeah, this is impressive here. If Christopher Bell is going to be able to get by the 19, he only has 2 laps to go.
And he wants to do it. He wants to lap that playoff car. Even being a teammate, I would be coaching him up to lap him. You can't take care of your teammates when it comes to the playoffs. You got to eliminate them any chance you can get.
You can't say it on the radio, though. Man, that makes Monday meeting hard.
I know. My teammates didn't like me much. I would say it.
Pretty dominant performance already by Christopher Bell on this, the final lap of stage 2. 149 laps complete. He's led 137 of them.
Must be why I went to lunch alone a lot.
Yes, that could be it. So Christopher Bell will come out of turn 4, and he will easily win stage 2. Christopher Bell, Cole Custer making up the front row, and the final stage underway. Justin Allgaier trying to make that outside line work. Trying to clear the 22 down the backstretch.
It was a really nice job of running the second line there on brand new tires, being patient through the middle, accelerating. He will clear the 22 for the 3rd position.
Bell, Custer, Allgaier, Cindric. And back behind them, Chase Briscoe, Gregson, Ryan Sieg. Tip of your hat to Ryan Sieg right now running in the 7th position. That was the issue earlier when on that pit stop, the jack wouldn't go down. And so finally they said just drive off of it. You got to drive off the jack.
Yeah, you just can't sit there and lose a lap. You're going to have to leave pit road. You see a little bit of maintenance done. Never good when the pit equipment fails.
So the next time, I hope they tell the jack man to get away from it.
Yeah, no kidding.
That scared me.
He's been able to hang on to this 12th spot even after that issue on pit road. Led 4 laps already today for Brandon Jones. 29 laps remaining from Richmond, and let's go through the field. Let's start with Dave.
And Rick, even though they didn't win last weekend, I talked to Jason Radcliffe, the crew chief, about the dominance at Las Vegas. The typically humble Radcliffe tried to downplay it, saying that they were not racing at Texas there. They were not racing at other mile-and-a-half tracks that come up in the playoffs. So he tried to play it off a little bit, but let's be clear. What message are they sending again tonight? The 20 is a team you have to go through to get the trophy in Miami. Second place, Cole Custer. They've been working on that car all night. And again, the key is Mike Shiplett working with this young driver. Veteran crew chief with a lot of experience has been tuning the race car more to Custer's liking, told me that this morning. Third place, Austin Cindric. That driver, of course, working with a veteran crew chief as well. They've made that car better throughout. But the one thing they want to make sure they also did is clean up pit road. Remember last week they had issues. They worked on that hard this week to get the crew back in the game, and they've been on it tonight. Kelly?
Justin Allgaier making his 300th Xfinity Series start. He has nearly 100 other NASCAR Pro Series start, and his dad has never missed a single one of his NASCAR starts until tonight. He's been under the weather. He's in an area hospital, but feeling much better today. In fact, he was begging for a 4-hour hall pass to come see Justin Austin race in person. You can be sure he's watching from the comfort of his hospital bed tonight. A little extra motivation for Allgaier. Behind him is Chase Briscoe, and he's poised for a top 5 finish at what he told me is his worst track here in the playoffs. He said, I just never have felt like, yeah, that's how you get around this place. But he admitted he should be better once he's on track and racing. And right now he could have a career best finish here at Richmond. Behind him, you see Harrison Burton. Now, 4 more starts for Harrison in the Xfinity Series this season. I asked him how he was going to handle racing around the other playoff drivers, and he said, look, I'm going to treat them exactly the same way I would have before the playoffs started. I'm not going to race them any harder. I'm not going to race them any easier. I think that's how they'd want it, Parker.
Right, Kelly, the driver he just went by is Noah Gragson, who I asked, what's the path through the playoffs here in this first round? He told me we need to finish 8th and we need to score stage points. They've scored 13 stage points, and currently right now he runs 7th. I'd say that's mission on point for the 9 car, Dylan.
And Parker behind him in the 8 car, running 8th is Zane Smith, of course, running a part-time schedule this year, getting better the longer we go in this race. Toughest part for him, he says, is getting reacclimated to this race car after some time off. He can do it quicker than most, his crew chief Taylor Moyer says, though. He's leaned on our colleague, of course, and his car owner, Dale Earnhardt Jr., to help give him some guidance around here. The goal for them, top 5. They're not in the driver's points battle, but they are in the owner's points battle, of course. Behind him, running in the 9th spot, Ryan Sieg continues to put together a great run. They had their season best finish of 5th here in April and on track for another one here. They know they're capable of running right here in this 8, 9, 10 spot. They were 8th in points earlier this year. They expect to be there throughout this remainder of this round, Parker.
And Dylan, Michael Annette told me before this race, it's all about stage points. We need to score stage points in this first round. Well, they've done that. They scored the 4th most stage points in this race. But the thing is, for a driver to want to do that, sometimes there's risks that's being taken by the crew chief. What you saw Travis Mack do in stage 1. They have no more sticker tires left. If there was a caution right now, they'd be on scuff tires. They're running 10th, but scoring those 14 points. Michael Annette actually came across the radio and said, I'm bought in. And that's key with a strategy like that, Dylan.
If Christopher Bell holds on for the next 7 laps and wins this race, it will be his 15th career win in just his 68th start. If you want to do the math, I'll let you know. 22% of his races started, he's won. 22%. That is a ridiculous win percentage in any series.
Yeah, that's crazy. And what I love about him is he could go hop in a midget next week.
Yeah, right.
Go run up front. He can go up. You know, he's very. And hey, listen. Remember, he's not a road racer.
Right.
I can't road race. Well, guess what? He can do that.
Yeah, one there too. Yeah, just to put it into perspective, Kyle Busch has a 27% win percentage, and Sam Ard 24%. When you talk about that, I mean, Kyle Busch is a lock to be a Hall of Famer. Sam Ard, one of the biggest names ever run in the Xfinity Series.
And what this win will do, even though the 20 has the biggest bucket of points, right before the race he said, listen, last year I messed up a couple times. I went to Phoenix and must win. I think that has been weighing on Christopher Bell. The win here, you can now forget about the first round. Start working on equipment for the round of 8. Get your cars planned. Everybody's stress level can go down. Enjoy the first couple races.
Actually, he might be the only one that has fun next week. Right? If this finishes, it's not over yet. It's still 3 to go. But if this race finishes and you go into the Roval, like, that is I think that's the hardest road course in all the country. So he may be the only one who goes over there and has fun.
Well, we're seeing history made, at least for Christopher Bell, because with that last lap led, he has led 235 laps. Now coming up on 2 laps to go. That's 236 laps. This is the most laps he has ever led in a race. And again, 2 laps away from his 15th victory.
I think everyone expected him to be good, but this is really a statement night. The playoffs are here, and I'm going to put my best career performance ever on this field. I like that. I like that statement to kick off the playoffs.
Yeah, you're really setting the tone as he has 1 lap to go now. The final time around this 3/4 mile short track. Christopher Bell now just a half a lap away from leading 238 laps here tonight at Richmond Raceway. Christopher Bell has put on a clinic. The 24-year-old from Norman, Oklahoma will win again. Win number 7 of the season.
With a slide across the start finish.
That's the way to get it done, boy. Woo, nice work.
Thank you guys. That was fun stuff right there. Great job on this thing, guys.
Congratulations, win number 7.
Yeah, man, that one was pretty special. Going 92 laps straight there is really difficult, man. We were sliding all around, and I felt like if I could get to traffic, I was going to be in good shape because my car could really move around good. I could run up, I could run down. So the double zero was keeping pressure on us pretty good, but this Ream Supra was too good.
Yeah, you said this week that it's really important to you to try to win this championship, and it sure seems like you threw that gauntlet down tonight.
Man, we've been really, really fast, really all year long, but the last 3 races we had an opportunity to win. So we've been slacking a little bit, and I'm glad we got it done today.